Hey guys, time to chill out with Sub-07 and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Crystal. Last time, we successfully navigated the ice path from Mahogany Town and found ourselves in the final area of the Johto region, Blackthorn City. This is home to our 8th gym badge, and it's finally here to us. This time, we're going to explore around a bit, but we're not going to be taking care of that gym badge just yet. Trainer tips. Pokemon holding the Miracle Berry will cure itself any status problems. I don't think we've seen a Miracle Berry at all, but that's something to note. Are you going to make your Pokemon forget some moves? Right, that's where this place is, right. That's something very important, is that if we talk to this old lady in here, a clan of trainers who can freely command dragons live right here in Blackthorn. As a result, there are many legends about dragons in this town. You don't get what I was looking for, but that is important information. This is a town of dragon masters. As you can tell from the fact this old lady has a Dratini in her party. But what I'm looking for, I believe, is this house over here. Yes. The Move Deleter's house. Something you really should consider if you have things you want to get rid of on your Pokemon. Oh yes, I'm the Move Leader. I can make Pokemon forget moves. Shall I make a Pokemon forget? Not yet. No? Come visit me again. This guy is your guy to go to if you want Pokemon to forget HM moves. He is very reliable in that regard, so make sure, if you have anything you need to get rid of, you take care of it. Before I forget though, let's stop by the mart. What's up, dude? Max Repel keeps a weak Pokemon away from you. It's the longest lasting of the Repel sprays. Yep, that is true. 250 steps, I believe. And this is our first time we've ever been able to get Ultra Balls. Finally. We're looking for these for ages, and I'm going to buy a crap ton of them because I'm paranoid. You never know when you're going to need one of these. And since we're out of balls because we burned all of them catching Jetstream, I figure might as well stock up. But you might be wondering, what's this path down here? Well, it's Route 45. This is the last main route, and it's a long one. Route 45, the Mountain Road. This is quite a long stretch, and it actually comes with a connection point to Dark Cave. Yes, the cave all the way back in Violet City has a connecting point here. Kind of wild, and if you just wander around a little bit, let's see what we got. Nothing? There we go. You still run into Zubats. But they are stronger. They're not level 2 or 3 this time. Artemis, you get out of there. I don't want you getting any experience right now. It's daytime. But yes, Route 45 is available to us right away. And there's a couple of encounters that I think it's best that we talk about, because some of them are really worth your time to consider if you want a final party member. Well, first, let's see if we can just actually get any of them to appear, because some of these are a bit rare, we'll go with. Anything? That's a Geodude. God damn it. Every time. But no, let's go over these individually. There's 3 new encounters that we can talk about. First things first, exclusively to Gold version. You'll not be able to find this in other versions. You can get Teddiursa. Teddiursa is a perfectly passable Pokemon. It's a normal type, which you might not expect to be finding this far into the game. But it's not bad, all things considered. It evolves kind of late at level 30 into Ursaring, but that becomes a very burly physical attacker. It's kind of slow, but normal types don't have many weaknesses outside of fighting, and it learns a lot of good moves to benefit that high physical attack stat. Weirdly enough, this thing got better later, getting an evolution in Paldea / Hisui with Ursaluna, a very burly creature that gets incredibly high physical attack, great HP, and some good defenses, with 2 different forms for itself as well, the Full Moon version and the Blood Moon version, which focuses on high special attack. It's a powerful Pokemon, and if you really want to use an Ursaring, you might want to just hold out for playing Scarlet and Violet or Legends, like, honestly. Next up, the thing we actually just encountered here, is in Gold and Crystal version, so not Silver, you can run into Gligar. A strange little Pokemon that is Flying and Ground type. A bit of an awkward typing that comes with 2 immunities to both Electric and, Ground, which is kind of weird because it is part Ground type. Gligar is kind of not bad, actually. It's got high physical defense, which you might not expect, and it's faster than it looks. It's not amazingly fast, but it's not terrible. That being said, this thing does also suffer from a quad weakness to Ice, so be careful about that. But its awkward typing means it doesn't have many other weaknesses outside of that. This thing also gets better later in the form of Gliscor in Generation 4, which becomes a lot stronger, better defenses, better physical attack, and is just overall a better Pokemon. But I wouldn't personally recommend it right now. Last but not least, however, is probably the hardest one to find of the 3 new encounters. Exclusively in Silver and Crystal, you have a 5% encounter rate chance of running into Skarmory. This is something you might want to consider if you're lacking in the physical defense department. Skarmory is a flying steel type, which already gives it a good amount of resistances, and now the flying type adding an immunity to ground. Skarmory boasts a very hefty physical defense stat, making it a very imposing physical wall. It can't always hit back as hard as it can take hits, but it's very good at dealing with anything thrown in its way. You're dealing with something you think is going to blow up, send in Skarmory. It even learns things for trap setups like spikes to help you set up for opponents when they send up later Pokemon. It's not a perfect Pokemon, but it's a very reliable partner and only has a couple weaknesses like fire and electric as a result of its good typing. You could do worse. Magnitude 5? Yeah, that's not going to work on me. Surprisingly enough, Stark is now high enough of a power level that even using flying attacks on rock types doesn't matter because Graveler's just spamming ground moves, you fucking idiot. Get out of here. Easy peasy. Now, weirdly enough, there's also bodies of water around here, but they don't actually... They have a weird little quirk to them. All Pokemon you can encounter through fishing and surfing in this case, well, not surfing, but through fishing, are level 10, regardless of what rod you use. I don't understand why this is, I think it's a glitch, but this only applies to Gold, Silver, Crystal. This isn't the same thing in Hard Gold, Soul Silver. For now, though, I'm going to be looking around the grass because there is a Pokemon that I want to encounter in here. And I'm hoping that we can run into it relatively soon. I'll see you guys in a minute. Oh! Oh! I think we found it. Yes, there it is. That is what I want as our final member of the team, Skarmory. I have been holding out on this for way too long. You can only get Skarmories in the final area of Johto, so I figure this better be worth it. Skarmories are very powerful, physically defensive Pokemon, so make sure you're prepared for that. This could be a long one. You're coming with me. And unfortunately, they do also have a steel typing, meaning they resist bug alongside their flying typing, so that's a bit of a problem. This is not going to go well. You know, what am I doing? I need to actually, like, think about this a bit more, because I realize Fury Cutter is probably quad resisted right now. This is the dumbest thing I could be doing. Let's fix this. Tag out instead, and go to current. And fun fact, weirdly enough, Skarmory has a visual error in Generation 2. In Gold and Silver version, for some reason, Skarmory has 2 tails in its sprite. I don't know why this is, but it was corrected in Crystal onwards, so at least they caught the mistake. It's kind of strange. Oh, and I suppose if I want to curse you with knowledge for life, Skarmory, those red feathers, that they move independently of the silver ones, as you can see from its glorious 3D model. I'm sorry to have cursed you with such information. It's really, really cursed. You know what? Let's go to Alucard. I have an idea. Instead of relying on having to very slowly chip away at this thing, let's make it chip away at itself. Let's use Bite first off. Because I know that you resist it, because it is a dark move, but it is also a special attack, so it'll deal more damage than using anything else I got. This will at least knock you down a few pegs. You got a lot of agility in you, so you're going real fast, which I appreciate. But otherwise, get confused, nerd. Now, the reason you might have wondered why I'm doing this during the day when I've been so adamant about trying to evolve Artemis at night, Skarmory is only a 5% encounter rate in Crystal version during the mornings and day. It doesn't appear at nighttime for some reason, and I don't know why that is. But regardless, we have an opportunity. Let's catch this thing. Okay, in the yellow and it's paralyzed. That's my best bet. Time to start throwing some balls. One, 2, 3. There we go. Finally. Skarmory was caught. Skarmory's data was newly added to the Pokedex. Skarmory, the armor bird Pokemon. The feathers that it sheds are very sharp. It is said that people once used the feathers as swords. That's badass. And this is a female Skarmory, which is what I was hoping for because I didn't really have a name in mind for if it was going to be a boy. But thankfully, I have a plan. This is going to be a bit of a reference, and if you know it, you know it. Welcome to the team, Cordelia. Sent to Bill's PC. Alright, that's our final team member. I managed to come over here to pick it up because I figured flying back and trying the other grass on the other side of the route might be a better idea. Let's go take a look at our new friend. Deposit. Prodigy, you can go back to the box where you belong. You will serve your sentence. Withdraw. There you are. Got Cordelia. Let's take a look at you. Now, it is rather low level by comparison to the rest of us, but that's what the experience share is for. Slap that on this bad boy, or girl, and we can work on that. Peck, Sand Attack, Swift, Agility. Swift is a move that never misses. Peck is, of course, flying. Sand Attack lowers accuracy, and Agility drastically increases speed. But yeah, look at that physical defense compared to her other stats. That is a beefy defense stat, and thanks to its Steel Flying type, only 2 weaknesses. This thing is going to be a brick wall when it comes to defense, and that's really good. For now, though, you get to hold on to the experience share. Wonderful. Finally have the whole team assembled. It's about damn time. And as you may have noticed, because I did probably share this in the cold open, I did make sure to go back and show there was another Day of the Week sibling on Monday, Monica, at Route 40, in the connecting points between the Battle Tower and Olivine City. She has the Sharp Beak for you, which increases flying type attack moves. I made sure to grab that because that'll be important for us for either Alucard or Cordelia. Otherwise, though, time to start beating on some trainers. Be prepared for anything. Let me see if your Pokemon have been raised properly. You're a hiker, dude. You don't stand a chance against me. Eric would like to battle. Got a Machop. Yeah, that's not gonna scare me. Try this on for size, tough guy. Burn. Now, yes, this does mean party members outside of Cordelia will be getting less experience, but that's kind of fine. We're gonna more or less blitz through the trainers in this area because I figure that's just a good idea. We got a Graveler. Let's tag out to Current in that case then, because I don't want to risk you using Magnitude or anything stupid like that. That is still dangerous for someone like Current because they are weak to ground, but that's fine. Because I'm fairly certain we'll be faster, and we're definitely going to drown it. Easy clap. And last but not least, another Machop. You know what? Why don't we give Cordelia her first battle and see how she fares against it? Because you do resist fighting, so you'll have neutral damage. Show me what you got. Use Peck. Not bad, actually. That's pretty good for being equal level with it. And with a critical hit, actually, that implies that your defense is better than I thought it would be for taking hits like that. Nice job. Excellent work, Cordelia. And double experience for fun. Even better. Oh, I lost that. Yes, yes you did. Now, there are a lot of trainers around here, so you might actually have to do a few trips down the mountain in order to get everybody. But consider this a good training spot. This is a good place to get everyone built up and prepared for what's coming, because the last gym, if you probably guessed by now, is in fact Dragon-typed. And unless you have Dragon moves yourself or Ice types, you don't have anything that's going to be super effective against them. And trust me, that's going to be a challenge for you in some regard, because the gym leader does not fuck around. Nice burn. Ha! Excellent work with that burn, Inferno. Let's go. But yeah, for now, it's just more or less a training montage against these people. And picking up some random items. Max Potion, nice. There's some really good items just kind of strewn around the mountain, so be sure to grab them while you can. What else we got? What is your battle strategy? It is foolish to use strong moves indiscriminately. Only if they are not effective. You gotta know when to use them, of course. Cool Trainer Kelly, what do you got? Meryl. Oh, that's no fun. That's a water type. I can't burn water. Well, I guess I could, but it's not as effective. Current. Really, Current has just proven to be the best option for disposing of water types. Like, God forbid we run into a Quagsire or anything like that, because then we're in real trouble, but I kind of doubt that'll pop up too often. Zap. Nice. Now, Marils do have relatively decent HP, but it's Azumarill that's the real tank of the lot, so just watch out for that. What else you got, lady? War Turtle, another water type. Do a little shimmy. I don't know what it is. Some of the, like, idle animations from when Pokemon are sent out just make me laugh, and War Turtles is one of them, because it just looks like he's doing a little dance. Nice. What else we got? Second War Turtle, of course. Not much of a cool trainer if you're just going to be using the same type, though. Normally, these kinds of trainers, these are equivalent to, like, Ace trainers in later generations. Usually, they have a better type variety, but I guess I'm wrong in that regard. Out of here. Fine, I lost. Yep. It's alright, happens to the best of us. Another item. Nugget! Finally, another chicken nugget. Yeah, just sell that for money, of course. And let's just keep moseying on down here. Eventually, once you get far enough down, you will actually meet the connecting point to... Uh-oh. Hi, Donphan! I forgot I could run into you as an option. Donphans can appear here, the evolution of Phanpy. Be a bit careful, these things are pretty burly, physically speaking, so they can fuck you up if you're not prepared. But yeah, this is eventually going to lead us back to a connecting point to, I believe, Route 29, which will get you all the way back to New Bark Town. So if you really want to just go home, and you don't want to be bothered to fly there, you can just take the long way. Sir, can you actually kill this in one hit? I think you can. Donphans don't have great special defense. There we go. Nice. Damn, that gave more experience than most of the Pokemon that we've encountered so far. That's what you get for being a fully evolved Pokemon. Another revive. Nice. And another trainer. Why do I climb mountains? Because they're there! Why do I train Pokemon? Because they're there! Good life motto, I suppose. But yeah, for the most part, we're just going to be blitzing through trainers around here. And if anything comes up, I guess I'll show it. But otherwise, we're going to be cutting ahead. So I'll see you guys in a bit of a montage. Enjoy. You ain't no big Tex. Get out of here. You think you can scare me just because you're a Tauros? Nice try. I've used the Tauros. That was tough at the battle tower. Well, this ain't no battle tower, kid. Level 36. Nice and easy. You know what? One more Ponyta? You know what? You're no match for us. Bring it on. All I need is one good quick attack. Boom. And finish him off, bud. Nice job, Inferno Heart. Now these trainers are lower level because you can actually access them early if you navigate Dark Cave for yourself. Because again, you can access that place at any time, and once you get enough badges, you can get out here. Oh, rats. Easy does it. What? Inferno is evolving. It's time. I don't need no ass flame. Just back flame. Congratulations, your Inferno Heart evolved into Typhlosion. Finally! My boy. I did take a look at him in all his glory. Oh, that's what I've been waiting to hear. Typhlosion, the final form of the Cyndaquil family. It is the latest evolution of the 3 Johto starters after Meganium and Feraligatr. It is worth it. Same stats as Charizard? No flying type to get it absolutely screwed by rocks. And, now that it's fully evolved, there's something I can do. I've been waiting on this for a while, because I couldn't do it until now. Typhlosion can learn Thunder Punch. So Inferno Heart, or should I say Inferno Star, is going to be learning this move. Why? Because it's always useful to have options. This gives him an answer to water types and gives him a new way to deal with flying types. Excellent. Now, we're actually at the very edge of the route. Let's fly back. Cordelia, you can't fly, at least not yet. I might teach you that, because it would probably be useful to have on you. And back we go. There's still plenty of trainers on that route, so I figure it's probably best that we take care of them. However, one thing I'm going to be doing is waiting until nighttime. You probably know the answer to why I want to do that. So instead, we're going to cut ahead a bit, because I have to wait at least an hour for that. And I figure you don't want to see me just standing around for an hour. So I'll be back, and hopefully we'll get one more evolution out of this episode before we call it. See you guys in just a minute. Well, it's nighttime. Might not be the same day as when we last left off, but that's fine. Let's continue onwards. When did we last leave off? It has been a period of time we're gonna go with since the last time I touched this. I'm not gonna go into that. Let's just say technology fucking sucks, and we'll leave it at that. Artemis, you're going up front. And if you don't evolve from this, you don't want to know what's gonna happen. Trainer, what are your thoughts on raising Pokemon? Well, so far I'm doing a pretty good job, I think. At least I thought I was, but apparently Artemis hates my guts. Cool trainer, Ryan. Pidgeot! Okay, turns out we do get to run into Pidgeot. Nice. I remember last episode I was talking about, I wasn't sure if we would find that one. Tackle it. Pidgeots are mostly focused on being defensive, so I don't know how well this is going to go, but we seem to be doing just fine so far. We are 10 levels higher, after all. Just crash into it, bud. You got this. Easy peasy. Bonk. 460? Oh, not enough. Getting close, though. And Electabuzz. Interesting. You are uniquely situated to deal with that. You do have the ground type attack. Light screen. Well, that actually doesn't help you. Take Mud. Accuracy lowered. I'm a bit worried because Electabuzz can learn physical attacks. Do I risk it? No, you're gonna stay in. You're gonna fucking earn this evolution. Donk. Nice. Oh god. That might have been a mistake. Okay, no, we're fine. What am I thinking? Phew! Crisis averted. And get that level up. Now, for God's sake, please evolve, Artemis. Try and learn Baton Pass. Baton Pass is an interesting move. You carry over any stats, and you automatically switch out to a different Pokemon. This is not useful to us, so no. There we go. You've won my respect. Well, I sure hope so. Oh, thank God! Finally! Our stupid cat, dog, fox thing has embraced the power of darkness. Fitting, given how much you refuse to cooperate. Artemis evolved into Umbreon. It's about damn time, and thankfully, we didn't miss this. When you get an Umbreon at level 36, it tries to learn the move Feint Attack. Cannot learn more than 4 moves. That is something that we want. Feint Attack is a base 60 power move that never misses and is dark type. I think... let's get rid of Tail Whip. We're not really using that move anyway. That's better. Kind of weird that the music cut out for that, but you know what? I'll take it. It's about damn time you got here. His defense has now skyrocketed. Look at them special defense. And that physical defense, also pretty good. So much better. And the rest of the team is doing pretty solid for ourselves. Everyone with the exception of Cordelia is in the hundreds for health. That's a pretty good sign. Stark, you take the lead. We still got a few more trainers around here, so we might as well just pillage them while we're here. Teach them the audacity of what happens when you get in my way. Graveler. I don't need to worry about you. You're a rock. Stupid rock. Let's just head down here. I don't believe, yeah, there's not any trainers on this side, so that's fine. Not in favor of overly powerful moves. I want to win, but I also don't want to harm Pokemon. Understandable, but that doesn't apply in this generation, so I'm going to ignore that. What are you, mister? I was training here alone. Behold the fruits of my labor. Well, show me what you got, dude. Oh, a Karate Master. Black Belt Kenji. That actually works perfectly for someone like Stark. Oh, God. The Macho can't hurt me. I have a lot of good team members now, and most of them are fully evolved. Wing Attack. Easy peasy. Good job, Stark. Much, much better. And more experience for Cordelia. Easy clap. Warg! Sorry, dude. I did what I had to do. I believe we head down this way. Anything else to encounter? I don't believe so. Another Graveler. Yes, I know, game. Graveler exists, and there are rocks that I can throw. I'm not interested. Get out of here. I already got the full team. We have no room for a rock type. I'm sorry. What are you, mister? Yo, you're spunky? But you know what? When it comes to sheer spunkiness, I'm the man. What the hell is this dude? A hiker? I don't think hikers got much spunk, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. Especially with a Geo, dude. You're really not impressing me. Wing Attack. I know you resist, but how much does this do? Jeez. That was a critical hit, yes, but uh-oh. Ow. Well, that was a quad weakness, so you know what? It could have been a lot worse. Get out of here. Now, one thing that is a bit unfortunate about our newest team member, Cordelia is going to be missing some rather powerful moves that Skarmory's get in later generations. She unfortunately doesn't get access to here. One of the best ones being things like Drill Peck. Drill Peck she can technically learn through breeding. You're not going to get a Skarmory to learn Drill Peck naturally. You have to breed it with the Doduo family or the Spearow family in order to get that move. And breeding is a pain in the ass in that regard, so that was never in the cards for us. Maybe some other time. Just flush out that rock. Thank you, Current. Got anything else, bud? Golem! Okay, we don't really see Golem that often. I don't know why, but Golem's sprite in this game always looks kind of doofy. Like, he's in the middle of a squat session. That or he really has to poop and he's trying not to tell me. Sorry, bud. But I'll put you out of your misery so you can go poop. Get out of here. And that takes care of Michael. My Pokemon weren't spunky enough. Well, sure, we'll go with that. Wade! Bro, why are you calling me this hour? Come on. Oh, right, you're talking about berries. Berries. Oh my god, I just realized. We never finished giving all those berries to the Miltank. It probably needs that. We're gonna have to check in on that at some point. Let's see. Yes, I've been to the battle tower. You're that guy. I think that's everybody. Okay, that's the other entrance into Dark Cave. Well, since we're here and I remembered it, why not? Let's go check it out. Alucard? Send us off. Since it appears we've also cleared out all the trainers real fast, let's see if we got lucky. I have been on and off remembering to bring berries to the mill tank there, so maybe this is the last one. I'm actually not sure, because I've kind of lost track. Just casually duck and weave, duck and weave. Okay, wait. Almost forgot. I don't have a berry on hand, but I can fix that because the berry tree here does have regular berries. Unfortunately, the one right next to them doesn't, but that's fine. Hey, it's Barry! Hi, Barry! Thanks. Let's just take that and zoom all the way back over. The convenience of having your bike. So much faster than having to walk on foot. And this also was before running shoes were invented, I suppose, which does also add to it. To think, we didn't know how to run until the Game Boy Advance. Riveting. Its cry is weak, give it a berry. Yes. Is that the last one? Miltank became totally healthy! Nice! That was the last one. And I believe, in doing that, we're feeding Moo Moo. Yep. Okay, these two kids are going to be fine about that. But once you manage to save the Miltank and restore its health, talk to the owners. You fixed our Miltank, hon. Now it gives Moo Moo milk again. Here's something for your trouble. We get TM13 for our troubles. I actually don't remember what that is. That there's Snore! Of course it is. It's a rare move that only works while the Pokemon's asleep. You best think how you ought to use it, hon. I mean, that makes sense. We got Rest, we got Sleep Talk, and we have Snore. We have all the sleep-based moves. How would you like my Moo Moo milk? It's my pride and joy there. Give it to a Pokemon, restore HP. I'll give it to you for just $500. I reckon your pack's full. Oh, damn it. This is actually a relatively cheap way to get healing items, because Moo Moo milk restores around 200 health for less price than Hyper Potions. Which means, objectively, they are the best option. Also, for now, I'm going to slap the Short Beak on Alucard, as odd as that sounds. Oh, I guess we did still have an extra berry. Nice. Sure, we'll take one. Unfortunately, you gotta buy it in single packs, which is a bit annoying. But cheap healing item, so if you want, always come back and pick up some more. Maybe not so much worth it, but not the baddest, not the worst option. Let's head back to Blackthorn. Well, that being said, that does take care of everything on Route 45. We've seen most of what this place has to offer, but there's a few other things around town that we can showcase real quick. We saw this house, of course, with the old lady, and she mentioned that this place is full of dragon tamers. What I didn't mention was that there's this spot over here. Dragonair's cute, but I don't have it. Do you have Dragonair, girl? Want to trade it for my Dodrio? No. That sounds like a terrible trade, in my favor at least. You don't want to trade? Oh, darn. Girl, you're in the city of Dragon Tamers. Why do you need one? And why are you offering to trade me a bird instead? I'm not going to accept that offer. But yes, that is a trade that you can potentially get for a Dodrio. Dodrio's pretty good, but I'm not going to explain what exactly they are, because there's a point coming up that'll give you the chance to get wild Doduos and Dodrios, but that's a little bit ways off. Dragon Masters come from all over the city to Blackthorn. And what do you have to say, mister? Claire, our gym leader, is waiting for you. However, it'd be impossible for a run-of-the-mill trainer to win. Well, I don't think we're some run-of-the-mill trainer. Leader Claire. The blessed user of dragon Pokemon. Kind of a rare instance of them using a word like blessed as well. That's not really something that comes up very often in Pokemon. I think it's best that we stop here. However, Cordelia is not up to snuff with the rest of the team. So I'm going to training montage her off-screen, and once the whole party is around to, say, 36, that's when we'll take on Claire's gym. So next time on Let's Play Pokemon Crystal, we're challenging Blackthorn City Gym for the last badge. Till next time, ice out.